This video will contain spoilers from the manga, you have been warned. Now from the very moment that the leaks and spoilers came out, everyone is saying that what exactly happened to Naruto, how did he change so drastically that he's ready to take down his very own son? What happened to the prior Naruto whom we loved and whom we used to grow up with? Moreover, in this particular situation, there's a lot of misinformation that is currently going on in the community, and as such, Boruto haters, there's still a very loud majority of people who are haters of Boruto for no apparent reasons. They are all trending up on Twitter that this is going to be a good riddance. Naruto, please just go and kill Boruto. Get over with your bratty son. But that is not actually the case here. Sure, Naruto says that he's going to take every necessary action, every necessary step, but you have to understand the nuances of this particular situation because this will possibly go on to become Naruto's biggest dilemma. No matter what he does, he's going to be torn between the role of a Hokage and a father. Now please watch this video till the very end because I want to discuss something very important in relation to the character of Naruto, and I'm going to talk about a lot of different things here. So please watch the video till the very end to understand what I'm trying to say here. Because sure, the anime has already added some anime canons where Hokage Naruto had to face some very untoward situation, and as such he would have to take some very unfavorable decisions. But here this time around in the manga, this is much more personal and this is going to become Hokage Naruto's biggest dilemma so far. Because here we are forgetting one particular thing. Sure, Naruto has achieved his dream of becoming the Hokage, and as such we are kind of downplaying the role of Hokage and the importance and the severity of the situation that comes along with it. The position of the Hokage or any Kage for that matter is no joke. It's a very serious position which deals with a lot of impartial decision taking, which is very similar to the rules of the real world. And as such, Hokage Naruto is expected to be impartial in these situations, and he has to take a decision which is favorable for the village and not just for his family as such. Sure, he's the father of Boruto at the end of the day, but he's also the Hokage and he's expected to do the things which are most suitable for the village, that is the role of the Hokage. Because here we have to remember the past Hokages as well. For example, Naruto's very own father, that is Minato, who even gave up the last wish of his dying wife and he chose to protect the village instead of his newborn son. So that is the kind of selflessness that the Hokage is expected to do, because for a Hokage, the entire village is his family and it should not be limited to his very immediate family. Sure, Naruto has done a lot for the village, he is the true hero in a sense, but this is going to be a much more tricky situation as such. And also here I want to remind you all of the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, because here in my opinion, his actions actually truly justify the meaning behind a Hokage. This is not just a position of administration, it is much more than that. And here the will of fire is the most essential thing which is being represented by the Hokage. Remember the conversation that Hashirama had with Madara all the way back at the Valley of the End. There Hashirama actually very clearly said that I shall not tolerate anyone who seeks to harm the village, whether they are a friend or a brother or even my very own child. So that is the true selflessness of the Hokage, the main mark of a Hokage, the very manifestation of a will of fire. And lastly here, Naruto is supposed to be one of the best Hokages of all time, so he should be exemplifying by these standards and these morals. So this is a very tricky situation for Naruto because his duties as the Hokage is being interfered here by his duties as a father. Now lastly here you can bring up one more question to me and you can ask me that where did the Naruto go who used to famously ask that how can I even become a Hokage if I can't even save one friend? That is actually a very true point. But that was a different Naruto, and this Naruto is actually someone who has accepted the position of the Hokage and all the weight of the position that it brings about. And at the same time, the talk no jutsu is not actually going to work here because Momoshiki is literally taking over the body of Boruto here. Sasuke understands the seriousness of this problem, and as such he was ready to take down his student even if Naruto did not have the resolve to. But here after having the Gokage summit or the 5 Kage summit, when Gaara actually points this thing out that Naruto, are you actually ready to take down your son if anything untoward happens? Then Naruto says that yes, I am ready to do something like that. But here once again people are kind of twisting his words because even though Naruto says this as the Hokage, Naruto the father is not able to do something like that. He is not able to take this step yet. This is the main dilemma of this situation. This is the most tricky part here, and I'm pretty sure that the series is going to explore this conflicting ideal of two parts or two sides of Naruto as such, and I'm really happy that the series is tackling these tricky situations or these tricky emotional sides, because this is not just a one straightforward way that yes, okay, Naruto is ready to kill his son. No, that is not the case. You are not able to read beyond the lines, you are not able to see beyond the words that are being spoken by Naruto here, because there's a great amount of pain behind the words of Naruto here, because he's totally not able to grasp the situation yet, which is very clear from the conversation that he has with Amado later on in the chapter. Here Naruto outright tells to Amado that he does not want to believe in the worst case scenario until unless it actually happens. And Amado is kind of understanding here because of his entire daughter situation, and Amado also goes on to say that rather than saying that you don't want to believe that it will happen, wouldn't it be more accurate for you to say that you don't want to give up? And that is absolutely correct here because Naruto is still hesitant. Here he might tell the other Kages that he is going to take down his son if anything untoward actually happens to him, but here it is Hokage Naruto who is speaking, not Father Naruto as such. But on the other hand, his doubts and his dilemma is taking the better of him because at the end of the day, this is his son we are talking about, and in the future Naruto is going to have to take a very difficult choice as such, and that is one of the major reasons why he actually accepts the drug which Amado gives him in this particular chapter. Even though he is not 100% trusting Amado as such, but still he knows that at the end of the day he cannot actually do anything for Boruto, and the only situation or only solution that he has currently is to either kill him if the worst case scenario actually happens, or he has to rely on the untrustworthy Amado and his dubious schemes of using these drugs and whatnot. So this is a very dire situation, a very dire predicament for Naruto, and I know that I'm repeating these words, but I just want to make this very clear that this is definitely, without a shadow of doubt, Hokage Naruto's biggest dilemma that he has ever seen in his life. Because here his two different sides are conflicting with each other, and at the end of the day, which side is going to win, that is the most important question here. But the way in which some fans are talking here, it's not such a straightforward thing. I just wanted to clear up this misinformation that is currently spreading in the fandom as such. And lastly, this is not just about Naruto himself, Boruto has also grown up here. He has shown tremendous growth throughout the entirety of the series, and he actually determined it himself that he's actually going to die rather than becoming a menace for his village. That is actually his way as a ninja, and as such we have to respect that as his final choice. So I hope that I was able to clear some misconceptions that the fandom is currently having in relation to the character of Naruto and the entire predicament that is developing because of Boruto, or rather Boroshiki. So these were some of my thoughts in this particular regard. So what do you guys think about all of these things? Please do let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more. Also, please do join the channel membership for some very cool perks and features. With that being said, this is Wonder WhyZ and I'll see you soon in the next video.